SeeReax. Yeah. Hope you're doing well. You're having a beautiful night yourself. Ha ha. You now tuned in for your slow jams. Ha ha. Hell yeah. You thought you clicked in. But I really tapped in with your soul. Yeah, you already know what to do. What's the relapse? You already know we talking about Mario Kart. Shit, can't do it today, but this is 8 of 10. Because once we reach number 10, or after 10, 11, we back on. Yeah, to depression. Yeah. Tai shit. What's up, everybody? Next year, you gotta play in the DreamCon basketball game. I was actually watching that right before I went live. I'd be down, bro. I would be down. It seems like a good mix of talent. I think I'd be a good fit. I think I'd be a good fit. What up, everybody? How was the party? Thanks for asking, bro. It was chill. I just couldn't in good conscience, you know, not be here, so I'm happy with my decision. What's good, Dion? I'm about to get on the airplane to get back to the US, but could have missed the stream. Hey, hope you have a safe flight, and thanks for stopping by, brother. Thank you, bro. I'm seeing you everywhere with all the PlayStation drama. Somebody got to fight the good fight, man. I feel like early on, it was just kind of like a trendy thing. Like, there was a lot of people who weren't really trying to fight. Like, they kind of spoke their piece, and that's fair too. But I hope that when the steam dies down a little bit, you know, the smoke settles, that we remember why there was smoke to begin with. Why was there a fire to begin with? You know what I'm saying? Now you got like these algorithm fucking bots, these contrarians popping up. They didn't exist early on, but now they're popping up like the fucking, oh, how dare you insult my multi-billion-dollar company. Not making good points at all, just looking like absolute fucking worms, bending the knees, zero backbone, fucking pathetic. They're popping up now. Motherfuckers might have been paid off by Sony. Try to shift the narrative. Pharaoh offline, appreciate the resub. Shadow Cosign, appreciate the 42 months. Lazy people, that was last stream. Sucking the corpo teeth. See, my thing too, I haven't talked about this too much, but I feel like this is bigger than gaming. This is bigger than gaming. Because I feel like this kind of sets a precedent for, and maybe I'm looking at this too deep. Fair, okay? But still, I'm gonna share where I'm at. I feel like the whole world is kind of leaning in the direction that Sony kind of took things abruptly. Let me explain what I mean. How many industries are we metaphorically like latched to the teat of like a corporation? How many industries are we like not independent? You know what I mean? Such as, and I'm gonna say it, why there not a lot of fruit trees growing all around all over the place, bro? Why do we only have trees that don't provide fruit? We have the seeds. I'm just saying. Why? Probably so motherfuckers have to go to the grocery store. We got trees all over the place, all over neighborhoods. Why they ain't fruit trees? I know I sound like crazy conspiracy theorist, but I think it's crazy that's a crazy thing to say. Especially, like, obviously it's gonna depend on where you live. Like, if you live in an area where they could thrive, like the right geographical location, but they're not just abundant, don't make no sense. I feel like it all stems back to the desire to, you know, if they're just growing in our front yard, then what reason would we have to go to the local grocery store? We got to be sucking the teat of the big industry or corporation or whatever. And I just feel like there's a lot of aspects in life where we are kind of like in that position. In gaming, obviously, comparatively isn't nearly as big of a domino when we're talking about like our livelihood and shit like that. But it's a domino. And if we can't fight back on something like this, then I feel like that kind of subliminally gives the green light to other industries to kind of say, hey, like, look, it worked over there. Like, why don't we just, you know, why don't we just do that? You know what I'm saying? And I don't really like it. I don't like it. That's why I think it's important to, I mean, obviously there's a whole lot of other reasons. Like, again, at face value, if you just want the face value, you don't care about all the conspiracy and all that shit. At face value, it's ownership. It's kind of like freedom. It's not allowing Sony to monopolize all of their games. Because some people genuinely, and I'm not gonna be one of those people who just like calls everyone a dumbass who disagrees with me. I think some people are genuinely misinformed and they just don't know. They just don't know any better. But if you're one of those people who just don't know like why it's a big deal, here's why. Right now, if I wanted to buy, let's just throw out a game, for example. Let's just say Street Fighter. I'm just throwing a game out there. I'm not personally interested, but you know, let's just say I want to buy Street Fighter 6 or whatever. Okay. Right now, that Sony doesn't have everything digital, I can either A, buy it on the PlayStation Store, or I can go to a GameStop, pick it up physically. It could be a certain price. I could find it in the wall game shop. It could be a different price. I could find a Walmart. It could be a different price. I could find a Target. It could be a different price. There's all these different alternatives. I can get a used copy at a certain price. I can buy a copy on Amazon. I could buy a copy on fucking eBay. I could search and find the best price for me, right? And by proxy, do business with potentially, like I said, a small business or something like that, whatever. Okay? So it's a win for me. It's a win for whoever I purchase the copy from. And we move because I get the best price, they get business, etc. What Sony wants, if everything is digital, that means everything goes through the PlayStation Store. Meaning whatever they say the price is, it just is. Doesn't matter how old the game is. You can't buy a used copy. The game just is what it is. Whatever they want it to be. That's what it is. And that's ass. That's fucked up. It's greedy. It's nasty. But that's what they want. That's what they want. They want everything to go through the PlayStation Store, digital. And that's gross. That's gross. That's one thing. The other thing, and I've given this example before because there is real life examples. if a game, well, now all games have to be purchased through, well, if this went through, that's what we're trying to fight against. But if this goes through and nothing changes, you can only buy games through the PlayStation Store, right? What happens when PlayStation decides, hey, we don't want this game on the store anymore? Or, hey, this game company annoyed us. Yeah, we're not in good graces anymore. I don't know. Just whatever hypothetical scenario, because shit happens behind the scenes. We don't want this on the store anymore. I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, I already had it downloaded. Okay, that's one scenario. Think of other scenarios. What happens when somebody in the future is like, oh, I want this game, but there's nowhere I can fucking buy it because there was only one place that I could ever buy it in the first place, which is the PlayStation Store. Like, what do? They could just never access that game. The real life example I was hinting at, and I brought this up before, PT. Silent Hill PT. The only way, because this was a game that only existed digitally, right? The only way I could play that game outside of somebody making a fake version of it on PC, which those do exist, even if they're like one-to-one replicas, etc. But the only way I could play that game is Nano, my boy, had to send me his entire PlayStation 4 console because it was no longer on the PlayStation Store. That was the only way I could play the game, because it was only available in one place. I couldn't go buy it at a local store or something like that, you know? So you can see why that could be an issue when, okay, that's PT, but what happens when it's another game, like a bigger game? Because PT, by all means, was a, you know, playable teaser, playable trailer, whatever it stood for. What happens when it's a full AAA game? And again, anything could happen. Or what happens when they just stop supporting the PlayStation 6? And I know that sounds like way far off, but the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation Vita stores got shut down, or they're getting shut down. I don't know exactly what date or if it already happened, but there was an announcement that they're gonna be shut down. Those consoles you could buy physical. I don't think Vita had physical. Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't think so. PlayStation 3, you could buy a physical game and maybe kind of supplement that. But imagine PlayStation 3 was a physical or a digital only console. That means when that store gets shut down, you can no longer get games on the PlayStation 3. Somebody said I need better lighting. I just didn't want to get fucking blinded, bro. You caught me. Yeah, I had a Vita too. It's just been a long time. I don't think I have it anymore. But yeah, man. If the PlayStation 6 20 years from now, they're like, okay, yeah, we're gonna shut down the PlayStation Store, then what? The console just is dead? You can't buy, can never get games on the PlayStation 6 again? And not only that, they've already, like, people purchased movies on their PlayStation device that were all wiped away. What happens when they do that to games? Or, bring up another hypothetical, you lose access to your PlayStation account. You get hacked, something bad happens. Bad shit happens. PlayStation's not perfect. Their shit's been hacked many times in the past. Many times. What happens when some data breach happens? You lose your PlayStation account. You just lose all of your games. That whole library of games, gone. Again, and I'm not fully a digital game hater. I'm a digital only hater. I'm a digital only hater. We should have a choice. Because yes, bad shit can happen. I could bring up that, but I could also bring up with physical games. Knock on wood. What if your house got caught on fire and your games get burnt up. You just don't have any games. True. But let me weigh the risks between the two options and pick which one I want. Physical or digital. There's inherent risks with both. But to force us down one lane and say you have to do it like this, considering all the other cons that I listed, is gross. It's a big deal, man. It's a big deal because I feel like this is just a step, or maybe another step. I'm sure there's other steps. Like hell, even all these streaming services that we already have, like Netflix and shit like that. Like, yes, there is convenience with digital, and I'm not gonna sit here and LARP and pretend that I'm like this huge physical game collector. In the past, I used to be more, but yeah, it is more convenient to buy games digitally a lot for me when things are time sensitive and I have to just like get the game, start playing, etc. I understand that, but I can also be that person and have enough common sense to realize that it's really bad for us to be forced into only digital. So this is why, rather than just advocating for physical, you need to advance fighting for the digital rights. Yeah, but that's complicated. That's another bag of worms. One, if it has to be digital, like if there's literally no talking them out of this, which I still am not convinced of. I know there's a lot of like people probably associated with Sony saying like, oh, there's no chance, just give it up, blah, blah, blah. Experts coming out saying that there's no chance. But if there literally is no chance, then yeah, that's when I would push for, like, if the PlayStation 6 is already modeled, they're starting to sell copies and it just is what it is, then yes, I would advocate. I'm not buying that shit, but yes, I would advocate for more digital rights and stuff like that. But right now their stock is going down and they're selling a lot, and I'm not convinced that they're cooked or that we're cooked on this just yet. We might be, but I'm not convinced yet. I agree. I think we need the PS6 to flop. This is crazy coming from me, guys. I need y'all to know this. I was one of Sony's finest warriors. They may not know it, but I was one of Sony's finest warriors back in the day. I'm talking like, I had homies who had an Xbox that I would just fucking clown, roast. Like, bro, you gotta get a PlayStation, bro. You on fucking Xbox, you're a bot. I've been one of the biggest Sony advocates for so long. So I need them to know. And I mentioned this on Twitter. This is literally Kratos revolting against the gods of Olympus. You know what I'm saying? I'm revolting against the gods of Olympus right now, man. Thought you would have been at DreamCon? I wanted to go, but priorities. Family priorities. Does this mean GameStop goes out of business? Here's what's happening. And here's how they're trying to like convince us that like these local retailers will be okay. Oh, we're gonna sell digital codes in a box. Stupidest fucking thing ever. God, that's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's not the same. It's not the same, because the way a lot of these game ecosystems thrive, these game shops, is by trade too. Once that code has been used, it's been used. It's gone. It's gone. You can't, if I have a disc, I can play the game, I could beat the whole game, I'm done with that game. 3 years later, I'm done, I'm gonna go sell it. Go to the store, sell it. Yeah, maybe they fucking skimp you out on like a bad price, whatever, but you get something back for it. You can sell it. That game gets back on the shelf. The person at that shop can then sell it to somebody at a lower price so somebody else can play that game. And then somebody, let's just, yeah, I'm gonna get in y'all feelings real quick. I'm gonna go the empathetic route. Little Timmy, whose family doesn't have a lot of money, who can't buy the $70 game, gets to the store, there's a used copy, perfect condition, and he can get that shit for like 30 bones. Little Timmy can play the game that he wanted on his birthday, that they weren't fortunate enough to have. Who was Little Timmy? That was me. You think my family could have afforded these fucking crazy price games? We was always getting used games when I was a kid. Always getting used games. Jay Worlds, appreciate the 5 gifted subs. Growing up, I was one of the biggest fucking buyers of used games. I didn't buy new games. I was like, man, y'all got this used anywhere? Like, I always wanted to get the used games. So once selling a digital code in a box, that's dead. The game is always just full price. It's always just full price. What they're doing is they're gonna like throw this bullshit way to keep some form of physical games alive so motherfuckers can have an empty box to show their game collection, which means nothing. But what's gonna happen is people are gonna have some common sense and realize it's stupid as fuck to buy that game or physically if it's just a code in a box. Then what happens is they show the sales of physical going down, digital going up, and then they just say, see, we told you digital's better than physical. But they're not gonna give the context that physical is now just code in a box. But they're gonna use that to justify and ignite their fire to continue down this path of physical media is dead. Then what happens? They're gonna stop making Blu-rays. They'll stop making Blu-rays, and guess what? Anytime you want to watch something, you gotta log into some shit, connect to the internet, go onto whatever fucking app, and you can watch it on there. You don't get to own any movie, film, whatever. Series. Go get a subscription. Then the next domino, music. Video games, there's different categories of media. You have film/movies, you have like TV shows, you have video games, music. The video games, they're trying to get this domino to fall. If this domino falls, it's a domino, it's gonna knock the other ones down. That's why it's important to fucking stand up for this shit, bro. I know if you're following me on Twitter, you might be like kind of like fatigued by it, like, oh, he's still on this. Yes! If I don't, who will? This shit means something to me. And it should mean something to you. Yeah, so I'm still holding out hope, man. I'm still gonna fight the good fight. It is so important that PlayStation 6 fails, bro, if they don't change things. And I have seen some people, and I'll show you, I'm not as extreme as I may sound. Because I've seen some people saying, even if they go back on this and make the PS6 have a physical whatever, then they're still not going to buy the PS6. In all respect to them, it makes complete sense. That company has lost your trust. I completely respect that decision. If they say physical is going to be on that PS6 and everything's going to be all right, I'm buying that bitch. That's all I want, bro. That's what I'm fighting for. Yes, I'm gonna have a sour taste in my mouth, and I'm still gonna be like, oh, you niggas are weird, bro. That's gonna be arm's length. Like, keep them arm's length. I'm not gonna really advocate for them hard, but I'm gonna buy that shit if they fix it. But that's the hope. I don't know. We'll see though. Sad part about it is people are not going to simply stop buying games because of this. Like, as gamers, we are already too locked in. We've been locked in since kids with this game shit. We just can't stop. This would be my recommendation. This would be my recommendation. Do what you can. A lot of people get so overwhelmed, and this could apply in all facets of life. They get so overwhelmed trying to do things perfectly, as extreme as possible, to the level that they believe is perfect, that they're so overwhelmed by the idea of doing that they don't do anything at all. They don't do anything at all. It's better to be right here than it is to do nothing at all. If perfect is up here, it's better to be right here or even right here than it is to be down here. What I mean by that is, if you still want to buy games, just try to buy games physically. Just try to go get physical copies. You know, whatever you want to buy, try to make that run to the store. If you are fortunate enough to have two options right now, PlayStation plus PC, in my case, or plus Nintendo Switch, get it on anything other than PlayStation. And I know you might be like, well, it's digital over on PC. Right now, we're trying to make a point to Sony, okay? That's what's happening right now. So like, if I have an option, I used to be like, okay, if the game's available on PlayStation and PC, I'm gonna get that shit on PlayStation. That was me in the past. But with all this shit happening, I'm only gonna try to buy physical games when it comes to PlayStation. I'll get the PC option if there is an option between the two. And good point. At least PC has multiple retailers. I was talking about Sony monopolizing all of their games. You can't equate Steam to Sony because there's multiple shops on PC where you can purchase these games at different varying prices. Steam's the most popular, obviously, but there's other options and avenues to purchase a lot of these games. I'll put it like this. Right now, let's say you wanted to go get a loaf of bread, okay? Right now, you can either go to Walmart, Target, local grocery store, in the wall shop, multiple places you could go to, like Whole Foods, Sprout, whatever. You can go to multiple places to find like a good price, a good deal for that bread, okay? Imagine you woke up one day and it's only Walmart, everywhere else shut down. You can only buy bread at Walmart now. That's what Sony wants to do with their games. That's what Sony wants to do with their games. I don't think we realize as people how much strength we have, bro. A lot of times it's really like, this is like I gave this. So I coached I coached like 5 through 7, like the age in basketball before, and I use this analogy with them, bro, because they're kids, you know, they're new to the sport, so you can use like these little corny analogies, but it applies here. And I'm sure you guys have heard this. It's like not a, I didn't make this shit up. This is very basic. If you have, this was like 2 years ago, by the way, but thank you. If you have a stick, okay, stick, let's say it's about the girth of my finger, okay? You can break that shit easily. That's one person. Put 2 sticks, a little more tension, but pretty easy. If you have enough sticks and you put them all together, and I did this exercise with them, like I had them try to like break, you know, the sticks and stuff like that. Like they broke the first stick easily, and then once it got to like 4 or 5 sticks all layered together. So the whole idea was like, it was a teamwork thing. Anyway, it applies here. By yourself, you just feel like a stick. you feel flimsy, easily broken. But if you rally up, and this applies to everything, bro. Right now we're talking about this video game shit, but when we as people are organized and are together, there's not a lot of shit we cannot do. There's not a lot of shit we cannot do. Y'all remember this shit? This shit applies to. This shit applies to. Let me know if y'all remember this. Let me see if y'all know ball. Let me see if y'all know ball. This shit is mad applicable to this situation. Yeah, you already knew. Good call out, America. Look, bro. Listen to this.
That ant that's
This is Sony. This is Sony right here.
stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss. They're puny.
Puny. Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
That's one person replying to Sony. That's one person replying to Sony/PlayStation on Twitter. That's just one.
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
There goes one of y'all.
Well, how about this?
Come on.
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
Yup.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1.
Yup.
And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back.
Does anybody else want to stay?
Applicable. 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 See, and then people, bro, this is, bro, I was right, bro. I don't know if like my generation just found or just felt, or if my life fell perfectly in line with the things that, like, there's a reason I think this way, bro. Like, I grew up watching shit like this. Eventually I evolved into, like, you know, seeing fucking, I saw Bardock revolt against Frieza. I saw Vegeta revolt, you know what I'm saying? Like, saying fuck Frieza. Seen Kratos say fuck Zeus. Zeus! Motherfuckers wonder. They wonder why. They wonder why. What finds me is the people who grew up in the same generation, saw the same shit, and they're just like, just get with the times. It's the multi-billion-dollar company. Fucking bootlicker. Pathetic. You disgust me. Zero backbone bitch. Let me not name call. But lock in. Lock the fuck in. Chill, calm music as he rants. It's nice balance, you know what I'm saying? Damn, Norway really lost to England, huh? I saw some of the controversy. Damn. Yeah, they did. I mean, that was earlier, but did you watch the XV3 demo, brother? They've shown it 3 fucking times. I've watched it twice. And then the third time is like the people going to play it themselves. No, I'm not gonna watch it over and over and over and over and over again. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it twice. Reacted to it twice on my videos. And I just want to see more. Super Saiyan 3 did look clean, yes. Speed wearing an Argentina jersey? Is that the people who's being racist to him? He went to a game and there was like a lot of racism happening towards him. Was that Argentina? And he put their jersey. I get it. He's wearing, the joke is he's wearing the jersey because every team he roots for loses. Bro, those motherfuckers, if they're being, I'm not wearing that shit. Man, fuck that. Being racist? I'm good. Who's the best pilot out of the 3 idiots? Either Dotto or Dino. Probably Dotto. He gets MVP a little bit more, I think. When it comes to Star Fox, is what he's talking about, by the way. There's just a lot of favoritism to Argentina in FIFA. I've heard. Will you ever play Mario Kart 8 again? Please put the K in kart. I understand you spelt it correctly in terms of how it's spelled in the English dictionary, but that's like putting Mortal Kombat with the C. Don't do that ever again. I don't plan on playing Mario Kart 8 again, but I might. I mean, never say never. We'll see. I'm sad Mexico lost, so for now I'm pulling for France. I've seen a lot of people gravitate towards either Norway or France. And a lot of racist shit was said about Mbappe, right? As well. And he on France. I'm not a huge football/soccer head, bro, so forgive me if I sound ignorant. Wasn't there like a politician or some shit who was saying racist shit, and then he was like, "What?" She was like, "How? I'd have to say sorry." And they're like burning like figures of him or something. I don't know. Weird shit, man. Just goes to show you, man. This whole world is racist. It's not funny, but it's just like some people think like, oh, you leave the US and like you're free from racism. Nah. Nah. Whole fucking world is racist. Fuck. Out of all of your CACs from the games you've played, Elden Ring, Xenoverse, etc., who do you think would win in a fight if stats were equalized? Interesting question. So stats equalized as in like they have the same strength and speed and like hit points and all of that shit? Yeah. I'm thinking. I want to give this a good answer. Because then it just comes to like broken shit, right? Probably one of my Majin. Well, a lot of y'all don't remember Majin King, but like he's a Majin, so he just regenerates everything. If he's the same stats as everyone too, same speed and strength, it's either him or Patreya. Patreya, because she's like an angel or whatever. So she has like a lot of cheat code type moves. You know what I'm saying? Nerdy ass question, but I'll give a nerdy ass answer. Because again, he said the strength and speed and everything is equal. So, because if they're not equal, then maybe, you know, it's a little different. But yeah, I'd say one of those two probably. The Elden Ring CAC, because he'll keep running back until he wins. That's a good fucking answer. That's a good fucking answer. I like that. Bro be fucking year 1000 into the fight, he'll just keep spawning in. What does relapse mean? Relapse onto Mario Kart. I said I would do 10 streams before I go back to Mario Kart. This is 8 streams without Mario Kart right now. I know you're probably past the point and shoot type of games, but you ever think of playing Halo or Gears of War? I don't hate those games. I just they're not what I gravitate towards anymore. I actually was really, I mean, who wasn't, but I was into Modern Warfare way back. I was into Modern Warfare. I was into Halo 2, but I never, obviously I had that shit on like the fat Xbox, the fat girthy Xbox. So I played that shit with like my brothers and like the campaign and everything. So I was into Halo back then, you know what I'm saying? And then there's like some little like shooters that I'll get into for a little bit here and there. Like, remember, I don't really call this like a shooter in the sense of like, you know, multiplayer and stuff like that, but y'all remember Back for Blood? I remember Dotto and myself and some other people in our group had some fun with that game. That game was funny. Yep, the zombie said a slur and then it made news and all that. Good times. Yep, the ship blowing up. That was an iconic moment. Yo, who remembers that shit, bro? Who remembers that?
Just keep going.
Remembers this shit right here.
Just keep going. Just stay calm. Stay calm. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. I'm planting the first set of explosives, Dion.
Okay, nice.
All right. Now,
I hear something large.
All right. Well, then let's go. Let's
Bro, my COVID beard was kind of bonkers, bro. Shave that shit. My shit turned brown.
Let's go. We need to.
COVID beard
Let's
was
get yours,
kind of
Dion.
bonkers.
Let's get yours. Yeah, just get through the door, Dion. I'll hold him off. Get through the door.
Okay.
Get through the door. Get through the door. Just go.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Open the door. Open the door. Just the door. I'm planting the explosives. Hold them off. All right, they're planted. We got a minute to get out of here.
There's a staircase. Staircase. Go up the staircase. Go up the staircase. Not enough time. Staircase.
I'm out of breath.
Staircase.
I'm out of breath.
Don't let that motherfucker grab you. I don't have time to shoot him. Staircase.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Staircase. Something's growling. Something's rumbling and tumbling.
I went the wrong way. I don't know how to get out there.
Where are you?
I must have took the wrong turn.
Why did you go that way?
Oh God.
Oh God! Oh God! No, this is evidence for me. No, it's not. Did you take it wrong way?
Ashley! Oh my God!
Ashley came to save you.
Ashley, where the fuck? Donald, I don't know how to get out of here.
Get up the staircase. You got 11 steps. Ashley, no! Ashley, get off the phone! Ashley! Dion, 4 seconds, Dion! Ashley! Dion, get on!
I'm not gonna make it.
Dion! Dion! Dion!
I got snow.
Dion! Dion! They were so young.
Did you see what happened to me?
They were so young, chat.
Bro, I got fucking Spider-Man stuck on the fucking wall. Oh my God, bro. That game was peak. That shit was so fucking good. Oh my God, man. That shit was so good. Oh. Damn. Hey man, I hate the DDRs, but Dotto and I do make a pretty good duo when it comes to games. Some of y'all are fucking insufferable, but oh man, good little duo. Thank you for the note on the music. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. You also have glazes? I didn't say I don't. I would like to think mine aren't as annoying as Dotto's. Bro, they will insert. Bro, I could be having a conversation about the civil rights movement with another black person, and then a DDR will comment like, well, if Dotto was there, he would actually like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you, like, he has nothing to do with what's happening. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You prefer DDRs or RRRs? I'm not gonna lie, RRRs do exist, but I don't see a lot of them, bro. Or maybe they're just not as annoying. They're a little more down to earth. By the way, can we not call them that, bro? Because again, this is DDR is a slur. We don't need to find something to equate it. We don't need to find something to equate it, bro. SeeReax Bauer League, bro. That's the ugliest, bro. The Legion of Bauer. See, this is why I gotta make my Discord come to life, because I literally have it made. It's called the Legion of Bauer. I just need that to be the normalized. It's LOB, bro. Legion of Bauer. That's what it's always been. People made this other thing up because they wanted to come up with some weird way to talk about my fucking dick in an acronym to show why they're a dick rider. Like, bro, like that's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's yeah, haha, funny. It's more weird than it is funny to me, bro. There's Meat Force. Like, bro, that's fucking stupid. Shut up. Legion of Baller. Have some dignity for yourself. Jeez. Plus, like you can walk around with honor, calling yourself, like saying like, yeah, I'm part of the Legion. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even gotta know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's tough. Like you feel good saying that. Like I can't believe people go around feeling good saying like that they're DDR. Like you're proudly calling yourself a dick rider. Like those aren't people that I want to like. That's the thing. Those aren't people. And I know some of you guys in chat call yourselves DDRs. I don't know how to say this nicely, so I'm not gonna say it nicely. Like y'all not the type of people that I really like, that I'm like, oh, I really want those people to be my fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on, man. This is baller over here. You know how LeBron, when he get a and one, he do the shoulder shit, you know what I'm saying? This is baller over here. Fuck. Basically, you couldn't join the Legion of Baller. You couldn't join these ranks as a DDR. You know what I'm saying? You could be a Dotto fan. That's the thing. Some people think that this is hate towards Dotto. It's hate towards the weird, like, dick riders. You know what I'm saying? Please, by all means, be a... I want everyone to be a massive Dotto fan. I want Dotto to get 10 million subs one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want the best for Dotto. I want him to be swimming in money. I want him to be swimming in views. I want all of that. That's my boy. If I see Dotto in a fight, guess what? No longer is it a 1v1. I'm jumping in. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. But the DDRs can go fall down a fucking flight of stairs. Do you not trust Dotto to win the fight? I'll see how it's going. If Dotto's winning, then I'll just watch. But if Dotto's starting to like lose, bro, it depends on the situation. If he's getting jumped, he'll never get jumped around me. We both gonna have to get jumped. If it's 2v1, two people trying to jump Dotto, now it's a 2v2. If it's 10v1, 10 people trying to jump Dotto, now it's a 10v2. We gonna win. What if Rhyme 1v1's Dotto? That fight, I would just let happen. I would just let whoever wins. You know, I would. That would never happen, by the way. But if that fight was happening, I would just, you know, they gotta run it. You know, they pissed. They gotta, you know, fucking run your fight. Sometimes you gotta, you know, sometimes you just gotta throw hands. Sometimes you just gotta throw hands. And then after it's over, break it up. I'll make him shake hands, bro. All right, y'all friends again. Has Dion rewatched the Outlast clip yet? Which Outlast clip? Which one? What if Squad had a creator clash? Who'd win? Let me preface this by saying I'm delusionally always confident in myself. I'm always going to take myself, whether logical or not. But that's not going to happen, bro. I think Balvin would be my biggest threat. Balvin might be my biggest threat because he was kind of about that life at one point. You know what I'm saying? So I'd have to be on my toes with Balvin. Balvin would probably be my biggest threat. But we would never fight. Honestly, it would be us as a team. Like we're the allied forces. SeeReax versus John Jones. Okay, I'm not delusional. I'll take myself against like regular people. Okay, anyone trained who did that shit professionally, I'm not stupid, bro. Like, yeah, they got it. Stop it. Bro said you were John Jones. Like, why we have to jump there, bro? Like, what would you just want me to say? Yeah, I get my fucking ass whooped. Yeah, I know. Why didn't you go to DreamCon? Just curious. Family. Daughter's birthday. You versus Mark Henry? Mark Henry. All right, stop, bro. Shit. How many times have you been asked about DreamCon? Yes. You happy for the Odyssey this week? That comes out on the 17th, right? I might go see that by myself. I haven't been to a movie theater by myself in a long time. I think I think the last movie I saw by myself was Jurassic World or something. Long time ago. The newer Jurassic World, the one that came out like 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago. But yeah, that movie does look good. I do want to see it. Hope they released the video of Bam punching Tyler Hero. I think it just wasn't recorded. I don't think it was recorded. I think it just happened like randomly, like suddenly nobody was prepared to record it, you know? Unless there's like a secret fucking sky camera in the, because it happened in Vegas, right? I was undefeated in kindergarten on the playground. Bro, when I was a kid, I was into not heavily, but you know, I thought it was cool. I was into obviously Dragon Ball, but also WWE, or it was WWF at the time. And The Rock was my favorite wrestler when I was a kid. That has nothing to do with, well, WWF has to do with the story, but me saying The Rock was my favorite wrestler has nothing directly to do with the story. Anyway, there was a sandbox in the playground area when I was a kid, and the school was right across the street from my house. So like when I would walk to school, and I'm telling you, it's like cartoonishly, like if my arm is the street, my house was here and the school was here. Like it was right the fuck across the street. And it was summertime, and even though school was out, we would always go to the school playground to like play. And again, it was right across the street, so we just, bro, when I was a kid, we'd be outside all day, you know, just be back to the house before the street, or when the street lights come on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of like the rule. But we'd be outside all fucking day, just getting into Ed, Edd n Eddy type shenanigans, knocking on doors and running. We had a term for that, but if I say it, it's gonna almost sound TOS, so I'm not even gonna say it. Don't try to type it, please. And it wasn't called ding dong ditching. It was something else. Something knocking. But and it's not that word, but it's anyway. We just would get into shenanigans, literally like Ed, Edd n Eddy IRL. we had this arc where we would like host our own WWF wrestling, like basically fight nights, except it was obviously during the day at the sandbox in the at the playground or whatever. And like kids from the neighborhood, we would all like get together and we would basically just do like wrestling matches and shit like that, and like pretty much fights, because sometimes people would just punch. Like we didn't really have rules established. We weren't like, oh, no punching. We were just like, oh yeah, fight. It would usually just turn into wrestling, but you know, sometimes kids got punched. So stupid. Remember what I said about like if I saw like one of my, like Dotto was losing a fight, like I might have to just step in there, you know what I'm saying? I have actual proof of me doing this because my older brother, I'll give y'all his name. His name's Darrell. Okay, y'all already know my younger brother, he passed away, you know. But my older brother I haven't talked a lot about, but his name's Darrell. And there was this older kid. He's only 10 months older than me, by the way. So when I, you know, usually it's like a year older in terms of like if I was 7 years old, he's 8 years old, that sort of dynamic. We were somewhere in that ballpark, maybe a little younger. And we were doing that fight night thing. And there was this kid named Caleb who was like 2 years older than Darrell. And obviously 2 years isn't that big of a deal when you're grown, like as an adult, it's not that big of a difference. But when you're a kid, the difference between being 8 years old and 10 years old is pretty fucking big. Like you grow a lot in that little gap. Anyway, Darrell had to fight Caleb. And Darrell started losing. And I don't know what got into me. I felt like, you remember when Mikasa had the knife and she just like had like the electricity, it was like Tatakai, and then like her foot went through the fucking ground. Bro, I noticed he started losing, and it was like my fucking WWF theme song came on, bro. I jumped in there, I put that motherfucker, and this is where the headlock comes in. That shit not brand new. I put that motherfucker in a headlock. I was like, yeah. I was fucking choking his little bitch ass out, bro, because I couldn't, like, it just didn't sit right with me seeing my brother losing, bro. Because he's my older brother too. So at that time in our life, if you have an older brother, you know, your older brother beats you at damn near everything. At least that's how it was for me. Like he would beat me at every fucking thing we did. So when I saw him losing, that did something to me. I was like, nobody defeats him except me. So I jumped in there. I put that bitch in a headlock. I was fucking choking his ass out, bro. I didn't know when to stop. I feel like I blacked out. And it was funny because like he didn't really do anything wrong, but I think he wanted to beat my ass. Oh, then we ended up running away. We ran back home. Oh, he was pissed. He was mad. It was funny because I was not best friends. Maybe this is just me, but in elementary school, I feel like each year I had like a different best friend, depending on who was in my class that I associated with all the time. And then if I didn't have a class with them the next year, it was like I didn't even know him, low key. Like I would see him and be like, hey. But it like, I don't know, it was weird. Maybe it was just me. That was weird. But didn't make any sense. He had a little brother, Caleb had a little brother named Keegan. And these are their real names, by the way. I don't know if they would ever see this or even remember this shit. But Keegan was like one of my good friends too. So, let me tell you another story about Caleb. Bro, Caleb was literally kind of like, not a bully in terms of like he would punk us, because I think we didn't have that many interactions with him. But bro, we were into Yu-Gi-Oh! Even back then, okay? But this is like the arc or the era where we would have our decks of cards wrapped up in a rubber band, and then like it'd be like and we wore like the baggy pants and shit. So we'd stick like that whole deck of cards in our pants, and like all of the corners were fucked. It would be like starter deck Kaiba mixed with a jumble of random cards and shit like that we thought were elite, that we would just trade around in the neighborhood and shit. Anyway, this is why I like Ed and Eddie, because it was literally just like, I feel like similar to my childhood. We would just, every day was different shenanigans and bullshit that we would get into. But imagine, you don't even have to imagine it. It was one of those summer days where it's just this song. One of those summer days where you just, you know, no school. You just kind of like bullshitting, just walking around. So me and my brothers, we're just walking down the street. We have our Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you know what I'm saying? And we hear about how Caleb has like the best collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the whole fucking block. Okay? The best fucking collection. And we're like, I got this Blue Eyes in my pocket. I got this fake Obelisk the Tormentor in my pocket. And this nigga think he got a better Yu-Gi-Oh collection than me? Oh, okay. So we all walk over to Caleb's house. Okay, and we want to see his Yu-Gi-Oh cards because we heard that he's kind of like Kai, but he got the briefcase. You know what I'm saying? So we pull up, and instead of him showing us his Yu-Gi-Oh cards, he wanted to see our deck of cards first. Like he wanted to like go through our cards, right? So he takes my stack of cards, he's going through them, and I fucking shit you not. And this is another reason why I fucking hated Caleb. I fucking hated him. This was before the fight incident. Like that fight incident was built up because of this scenario, or this was one of the many. He's going through my cards, right? And every card he just says, have it, have it, have it, used to have it, have it, have it. This is how we talk, have it. And I just remember I was getting so fucking mad because he was just like, he was belittling my collection like it wasn't shit. I was hot. I was fucking hot, bro. And he did that to my stack of cards. He did that to Darrell's stack of cards, Damon's stack of cards. He was just bitching all of us. And what pissed me off the most, he never showed us his collection. I don't believe him. To this day, I know he didn't have none of those cards. I know he bitch made. I know he didn't have shit. He a bitch. And fuck Caleb. So yeah, that WWF thing, that shit was like maybe a month later. A month later of pent up, I can't stand this dude energy. So when I saw Darrell losing, I had to choke him out. I had no choice. Can you I had to choke him out. I had to choke him out. You fought someone or I'm missing something? This was when I was like 8 years old, bro. So, yeah. Bro, I'm not about to power scale the fucking... Ew, I said power. I'm not about to power scale anybody in squad against anybody else in squad, bro. Y'all do that. Y'all do that. You snuck him? Bro, I saw my brother losing. And I already hated the guy who was winning. He gotta get choked out. It was an 8-year-old impulsive decision, bro. You gotta get choked out. I fought Keegan too before. Bro, all my friends I fought at least once back then. My best friend when I was in kindergarten, his name was Deontay, funny enough. And we thought that was like the coolest thing ever. Because my name's Dion, his name's Deontay. So we thought that was really cool. And I don't know why, I have a vivid memory all the way back to when I was 4 years old, by the way. Because if you're like, how do you remember this shit? Some people don't. I don't know. I can go back to like even 3. Like it's hazy, but I can think of some shit when I was 3. Very, very hazy though. Then 4 is a little hazy too. But 5 is like when I'm like really, I can remember almost everything. But bro, me and Deontay, best friends. And I remember we became friends because we were kind of rivals. And here's how. Every recess, obviously we would go eat first, cafeteria lunch, you know what I'm saying? Eat whatever the fuck bullshit they gave us. But after lunch, it was recess. But the way our school was set up is, let's say this is the school, okay? This is the school building. This is a fan, by the way, little desk fan. School building, okay? This is the back of the school. So we get out and then there's like a staircase, right? And then the playground's like way the fuck over here, okay? So every time we would get out of lunch, we'd get down and then we would all the kids would race from the school building to the playground. It had to have been like, I don't know. I'm not gonna give a number, but at the time, it's probably not even that far. But when you're a kid, like I felt like it was running like a fucking 100-meter race or some shit. It felt like a long ways. Anyway, I bring that up to say we became rivals because I thought I was the fastest fucking kid in the entire world. You couldn't convince me otherwise. Obviously, I wasn't, but like delusional, that shit started way back then. I was like, I'm the fastest motherfucker in the world. Nobody faster than me. Deontay was probably about 2 inches taller than I was. He was just a tall kid. And I was pretty tall. I was pretty tall. Like I was always kind of like on the taller side, but he was taller. Tall ass kid. And he was always, I think right now in real life as an adult, I don't keep in touch with him, but like, you know, I randomly ran across one of his social media pages maybe like 5 years ago or something. You know, he's a grown man now. I think he's like 6'6" or something like that right now. So just, he was a tall kid. Anyway, he and I would go back and forth. We would always be like, we were rivals when it came to racing from the school to the playground. Okay. So because of that, I remember he would always be like, he was like, oh, we're so fast. And like, he would kind of like we'd up each other. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, stupid reasons that we become friends. Very simple, you know, kid shit. Here's why we fought. We had show and tell. I brought my Barney toy. Who remembers Barney, the purple dinosaur? I'm in kindergarten, by the way. Don't, you know, I thought Barney was tough. I thought Barney was tough. Okay. I brought my Barney toy. Okay. For show and tell. He also brought a Barney toy. Okay. I don't know what happened to his Barney toy, but he couldn't find it. Okay. Our Barney toys did not look the exact same, but for whatever reason, he took mine because he couldn't find his. He took my Barney toy because he couldn't find his. And he was like, no, this one's mine. I was like, no, the fuck it's not. That's just mine. What do you mean? And we ended up fighting. How kindergartners fight. We didn't even like really, like we was like, you know, fucking. In our head, it was Goku and Vegeta. Like from our POV, it was Goku and Vegeta. But if you zoom out to like what really happened, we're like fucking smacking, grabbing, fucking scratching each other and shit. And I know that because, bro, he looked like, it's almost embarrassing. I was 5, bro. I'm not proud of this shit. But that motherfucker looked like he fought Wolverine, bro. I must have been scratching the shit out of him. Bro, I'm not proud of it, bro. But that motherfucker looked like he fought Wolverine. It was not an honorable fight, bro. But I remember because he had like he was bleeding on his face, bro, because of the scratches. And I have another story with my taken care of fingernails later. Like it's gross, it's embarrassing, but true story. Bro, we both went to the nurse's office and we had to get picked up and we had to go home or whatever, obviously. But for some reason they sent us both to the nurse's office, and I shit you not, this is the most like we just had that fierce fucking battle. Not even 10-15 minutes later, we're in the nurse's office, you know, getting ice packs and like, you know, Band-Aid up for whatever the fuck. I don't know what because it is kind of hazy. I don't know what was said, but I just remember us laughing the whole time in the nurse's office. And when our parents came to pick us up, like they're like, you fought him? Because we're like laughing together. We look like we're best friends. So we don't even give a fuck anymore. Like we're over it. But yeah, and then we went home. Good times. Yeah, I got the toy back. Because he found his toy. I don't remember how he found it, but like he was missing it, and then he took mine. I was hot. We fought, and then they ended up finding it somewhere else in the fucking classroom. His. I wonder if he'd even remember that story. because I have been told a lot. Like whenever I bring up, because I bring up stories from like way back then, and even like my mom is like, how do you remember that? She'd be like, how do you remember that? Because like I have a very detailed recount of a lot of shit that I think a lot of people think that you'd forget, but I just remember random shit. And then Keegan, he was my best friend in first grade. So Dion, you might be able to tell. I don't know. Not to sound racist, but Deontay, he was tall, black dude. And then in first grade, my best friend was Keegan. He was like a little shorter white kid. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I had friends of all. In fifth grade, I told y'all in a video, whoever watches SeeReax videos, I had, I don't want to just guess his, he was Arab. I'll just say that. I'm not going to guess the exact country, but Arab country. Anyway, my point is, I don't discriminate. My best friend could be anybody. So Keegan, I don't remember why we fought, but I just remember my mom had to break it up. So this was a summer day, or like a summer night, evening, because it didn't happen at school. But Keegan and I, we used to like, we were tight. We would always go to local Family Dollar, because we had a Family Dollar really close to us. So we would walk over there. We would like, you know, hang out and just, you know, neighborhood bullshit. I don't know why we got into a fight. This one, I don't have the backstory. I don't know why it got there. What I think it was is, you know, when you're kind of like roughhousing a little bit and then somebody like hits you a little too hard, so you got to hit a little harder too. And then it just kind of escalates and it's a snowball effect. And then all of a sudden you're actually fucking fighting. I think it was one of those. Because for whatever reason, we're in front of my house and I remember it like it was yesterday. The street lights were on. That's why we were in front of my house, because like I was getting ready to go home, because that was the rule. Like street lights, come on, go home. So it's like late evening and something happens. We get into a fight. And again, back then I'm in first grade, maybe second at the time. So it's more or less like wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I'm past slapping and scratching, but we're wrestling. And my mom, I shit you not, walks out to, you know, like see if we're coming home. She catches me. I'm literally, I have the back of like his head. Do I have anything? His head is facing down. I have the back of his head and I'm smearing his head in the grass. Just like, just his face is like just getting fucking smeared in the grass, bro. I don't know how we got to that point, but I won. And I'm just like, I'm hitting it with my finisher, bro. Like I'm cooking his shit, bro. And my mom's like, oh, whoa. So she has to like run over and like break it up. I was like, we're just playing. He has grass in his fucking nose and teeth. His hair is all fucked up, bro. Oh my God. I could, that one wasn't as even. Deontay, we kind of like, that was Majin Vegeta versus Goku type shit, but yeah, Keegan didn't got that against me. Oh my God. I told her we were playing, and you know, as a parent, cause she was a young parent too. She had me when she was 19. So she had to be in like mid 20s or some shit at the time. She doesn't want to get in trouble either, so she's just gonna believe me. If I say we're playing, she's like, yeah, okay, you're playing. Yeah, let's go inside. That sort of thing. I don't know. Anyway, me and Keegan were cool like probably the next day or something like that. But yep. I never fought Azar though. Azar was way later. So the story of Azar, he's the one who got me into RuneScape. This is way later, in 5th grade. I told this story before, but Azar got me into RuneScape because I heard him in Dang talking. His name was Dang. He was, I'm not gonna guess the exact country, but he was Asian, and his first name was Dang and his last name was Dang, so we called him Dang Dang. But him and Azar were talking about some shit, and I don't know what the fuck they were talking about, but you know, I was nosy and I heard him. I was like, what are you guys talking about? And then Azar was like, RuneScape. What the fuck is RuneScape? Then he told me, And then he gave me all the information. I remember he wrote down sloppy handwriting onto like a little piece of paper on his notebook, the website to go to play RuneScape, and just fucking RuneScape.com. Ripped it out, gave it to me. I took that shit home. That shit changed my gaming life. And I remember he met with me on RuneScape, and he gave me some like bronze armor that he smithed himself. He gave me like random shit, bro, to like as a starter pack. That shit was tough. Good times. That was not his name? He lied to you? Nah, it's literally his name, bro. D-A-N-G. Dang. Dang, dang. Yeah, but we never fought. I think I was past that. I think early on, you kind of just, you gotta make sure that your friends are strong enough, you know? You gotta make sure. You know, if I could whoop your ass too easily, how can I trust you to like back me up in my time of need? You know, so I gotta check you. that was the logic back then. You know, I gotta make sure. I beat up my friend too. I feel that. And plus, I feel like the more you hang out with somebody, especially back then, you have less self-restraint. So you're more likely to just not hold yourself back and just fight. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Now that I think about it, I got in a fair amount of fights in fucking elementary school. But a lot of them didn't escalate to full fights. There was a couple that did, but usually it was just kind of like you're kind of like checking somebody. Like I remember there was this bad kid, bro. Textbook definition of a bad kid, bro. And maybe he's a great person now. You know what I'm saying? But this kid, and I'm just saying the real names, bro. His name was Eric, bro. He was the short little brother. You know what I'm saying? And he had one silver tooth right here. That was like the telltale giveaway. Like, bro, if you give a pirate, like, bro, if a pirate has a hook for their hand, like, you know their business. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a bad kid has a silver tooth, you know he's a bad kid. And I remember, like, he was kind of like, he would bully people, he would punk people. And I don't know what y'all had when you were in elementary school, but did you guys have any kids who kind of had like the how do I put this? They had like extra supervision because like people knew they were bad. So in our school, for example, these kids had goal sheets, okay? And what the goal sheet was is like there was a chart that had like all the days of the week or something like that, and they either got a circle or an X for each class on each day. So the way it worked is they were trying to incentivize them to be good, so they got a circle. But if they were bad, they got an X. So it's kind of like I don't know. Basically, to make it simple, all the bad kids had goal sheets, okay? Because like they needed something to incentivize them not to be fucking menaces in the school, okay? Anyway, Eric was one of those kids. He had a goal sheet. And I remember we were all lined up. This was at the beginning of school. And like, he kind of knew me. I kind of knew him. And he was like, you know, every bad kid trope, like he would cuss. I learned a lot of my first few cuss words from him. He would just say crazy. One of the craziest things he ever said, we were in 3rd grade. Bro, from damn near 2 tables over, I'm sitting down, I'm eating my lunch. He's sitting down, he's eating his lunch. And he yells to me, Dion! I look over. He's like, man, I can't wait till we get to college because that's when we're allowed to have sex. Not no weird shit, but I mean, it is weird, but he's saying like, he's hyped to be an adult because that's when like, you know, because he knows adults have sex. So he's like, I can't wait till we all in college, then we all allowed to have sex. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what? This nigga's in 3rd grade. Anyway, that's the type of kid he was. But it's the definition of, you know what they say, like when you stand up to a bully, like they usually back down. He would like punk people and like they would just kind of let him go because they were scared of him or whatever. this one time we were all lined up because the way that our school worked is there was a certain time that they would let us in the building to like go get lunch. Cause I ate lunch and breakfast at school. You know what I'm saying? Like they did lunch and breakfast there. So you would wait in line before they open the doors for people to come in and go get breakfast. So I was outside waiting in line. He was in that line. I don't know why we got into it, but we kind of got into it while we were in line. And he grabs my neck like this while I'm standing there. And again, he's a little shorter than me. And I immediately, no hesitation, it was just a reflex. He grabbed my neck. I fucking grabbed his neck too. And I felt like Homer Simpson. I was just, and we literally both stood there just like choking each other like this. With one hand, just, we thought we were, who was it? Fucking Undertaker, bro. Kane. We were just choking each other. And then basically whoever gave up first was the winner. So we just sat there probably good 15, 20 seconds, just like squeezing as hard as we could each other's neck. And then he let go first, bro. I would have rather passed out than give up, bro. He was like, he was like fucking Smeagol, bro. Like, good times. That tape on your hand? Yeah, I got a cut right here, so I had to cover that up. Silver tooth was shaking. Oh man, it's just funny because I know the kids around us were looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers, bro? We just, because we're like looking eye to eye, just choking each other out, bro. Just like, see who gives up first. He never messed with me again though. Like he honest, like I think he respected me after that. He didn't fuck with me again. He didn't mess with me again. Man, I witnessed crazy fights too. Elementary school was fun, man. It wasn't all fights. I know I'm only talking about fights right now. There was a lot of good times too. There was more good times than bad times, but obviously the crazy moments are the ones that kind of are etched in the memory a little more. Nah, it wasn't no freaky shit, bro. Stop being weird. It was literally just like, it's almost like the slap fight that they do, or the whatever the fuck, what is it called? The slap competition, where like somebody slaps somebody and then they slap them back, and then whoever fucking holds first loses. It was like that. We're just trying to strangle each other. Perfectly normal behavior. Yeah, good times. There's fights in bathrooms, I remember. Fights happen in bathrooms a lot. I feel like that was kind of consistent in all of, because that felt like a private place that you don't get in trouble. Fights happen in bathrooms a lot. God, I remember this kid got his shit rocked in elementary school. Bad. Like I had never, to this day, I've never seen somebody cock back a punch until everyone showed up. But that's the thing. Now I'm gonna sound old. Well, even now, elementary kids don't have phones and shit, bro. So this is before like everyone could like record it. So like it was kind of like, it was sacred. Like, you know, you just kind of like ran it in the bathroom. Whatever happens. But the craziest cockback I've ever seen on a punch, I don't want to say these person's names because I think these people might be more likely to like see this clip. But I'll call the person, there was a person K, I'll say K, this guy, I'll say K because his name started with K. And then the person who got punched was J, okay? So K, sister, was talking to J. All right. And it's funny because it's elementary school, but this is like 4th, 5th grade. Okay. This is like when we think we're old enough to have girlfriends and stuff like that. So K and J were friends, right? The sister is M. Okay. K, J, M. So K and J are kind of friends, right? Like they're kind of cool, whatever. But when K finds out that J is talking to K's sister, who is M. K don't like that. But instead of there being any discussion, K felt like he just needed to take action. And when I tell you that I saw this shit in slow motion, we're on the playground. This was a school day, recess. And I'm cool with all of them. I'm cool with all of them. I low-key kind of had a crush on M as well, but you know, after I saw this, I was like, stay over there. When I saw how K reacted. Bro, K walks up. Obviously, this isn't their real names. It's just like abbreviated. K walks up, and when I tell you, I'm gonna do literally what he did before the punch. This is how far back he cocked back his punch, bro. He walks up, he cocks back like way back here. He's way back here. I've never seen some shit like that. He rocked his shit. He didn't say anything. That's the craziest thing. You know nowadays people are about to fight, like they get like you know, like they try to body each other up. They're like, oh, swing, yo, do something, yo, swing first, I dare you, touch me, I dare you. It was none of that. K walked, didn't say anything. Walked up to J. The meanest hook I've ever seen. Bro, I've watched professional fights hundreds of times since then as an adult. I've seen real fights. I have never seen somebody get their shit rocked that bad in my entire life. And it was he was like one punch man, bro. He was like one punch man. He just fucking rocked his shit and he fell. And then he walked away. I was like, that was bro. To this day, I've seen motherfuckers I've seen some crazy videos of motherfuckers damn near get killed. Can't say that on Twitch. But I've never seen anything as gangster as what K did to J. You better believe he never talked to M again. That shit was crazy. Come to find out, K was actually training in boxing since he was in like I don't know, kindergarten or some shit. So he knew how to throw a punch too, and he just got right to it. That shit was crazy. What's crazy is Jay was cousins with Eric. These are both bad kids. Everyone thought that Jay was like the biggest, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody wanted to fuck with Jay. And he got his shit rocked. He got his shit rocked. Good time. How many fights you lost? I lost one fight. I haven't been in that many, so if you're like, only one, don't lie. I haven't been in that. Genuinely, I haven't been in that many. And the only one I lost is gonna sound like an excuse. Well, unless you count fights with my older brother. I lost a lot of fights to my older brother. But if you're talking about like outside the house, like random people, but you know, it didn't really, bro, this is my older brother. Yeah, he used to whoop my ass, bro. He used to fight all the time. And he would just take shit like too far, because he would try to like do some shit that would make me want to stop. We'll talk about that later. Only fight I lost was a fight that I didn't know was serious until it already got broken up. This is gonna sound like an excuse. I was in 7th grade. Okay, so this is beyond elementary school. I was in 7th grade, and there was a kid, we'll call him C, okay? His name started with a C. I can say his name. And we were on our way in from recess, okay? This is middle school. And I like to troll people. That hasn't changed. I always would troll people, okay? I would make jokes, class clown. I would say some shit, try to make people laugh. There's a reason I'm bringing this up. So we're on our way in, and C was like, oh, my balls hurt, or something like that. Because he was playing soccer or something. I think he got kicked in the ball. Something, I don't know. Something happened like that. For no reason, you know, I'm sweating. I just play basketball, you know what I'm saying? Like, for no fucking reason, my response, I barely know this guy. You don't have any balls. I don't know why. I don't know why I said it. It just felt funny at the time. So I said he didn't have any balls. So everyone, bro, a few people started laughing and he didn't like that. He didn't like that, bro. So he pushes me and then I think we're playing like, because everyone, mind you, everyone around us is laughing. We're on our way walking inside. Everyone's laughing. I'm kind of laughing. I thought he was kind of laughing too. He pushes me and then I'm like, oh, I push him back. And again, I'm kind of like, oh, get the fuck away, you know? And he kind of like grabs me like right here. So I grab him back and we're kind of like, I think he had a serious face. I don't know. But me, it's just funny because this could be damn near a comedy because you could cut to his face serious as fuck and then you cut to mine like, haha, we're playing. And all of a sudden this nigga punches me. And I was like, And he gets a couple in, bro. He gets a couple in. And I'm like, oh shit. Like this nigga punching me in the face. I gotta fight this nigga. And by the time I'm ready to start fighting back, it gets broken up and we're like, it's cooked. Cause fights happen quick. Like if you've never been in a fight, you have no idea how quick that shit happens. Like that shit went from all this like rustle and tussling. Like I think we're just roughhousing playing or whatever. Bro, once somebody punches you, like if you're not prepared for it, you're just kind of like, what the fuck? This nigga just punched. I get punched again. And then that's how simple fights are in that day and age. Because all people took away from that is I got punched. If I don't punch, if I don't like get a punch in, then I just lose the fight. So that's the one fight, but I still take that as an L because I didn't read the signs, bro. I should have did something. But yeah, he got me, bro. He got me a couple good times, bro. And then I remember we had a police officer on site at the school. Do all schools have that, by the way, even in middle school, or was my school bad? Like, were we like bad kids looking back? I don't know. We always had a police officer on site. He had his own office in the school too. And like, he's trying to get like an account of like what happened and oh, that's not normal. Okay, well, some are saying no. Some are saying no. But yeah, he's giving the story. And it kind of reminded me, even though we weren't best friends, we were not. But it kind of reminded me of the kindergarten fight. Because when we were in there, like when we had some downtime, because we're both about to get suspended. I don't know why the fuck I got suspended, but I got suspended too for like 3 days or some shit. I don't remember. That was the first and only time I ever got suspended, by the way. But I remember like we were kind of talking like as if nothing really happened. I was like, so you think we're in trouble? It's like, yeah, we're probably in trouble. Like, I should have been more mad. I should have been like, nigga, why did you punch me? Like, I just said you didn't have balls. Like, you didn't have to prove that you were like, oh yeah, you're a fucking tough guy. Like, fucking punch me in the fucking face. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's one that I would say that I lost. I would say I lost. I should have read the signs. I should have did something. I should have did something. No contest. Other than that, I think after that though, I never really gotten like in any noteworthy fights beyond that. I don't think. If I did, they weren't like anything crazy. No, that's not true. That's not true. I caught the bodies a lot. Y'all ever catch? So there's like, I don't know why we said, was it catch the heads? I haven't used that term in so long. There's like catch the bodies and then catch the heads. So catch the heads means like you want to like fight and you're gonna like punch them in the face. But if you catch the bodies, you're just kind of like. Anyway, when I played, I didn't play football a lot. I only played like a little bit in freshman year before I was like, man, fuck this. I'm playing basketball. But I remember in that locker room, just some fucking testosterone oozing and hormones oozing out the fucking wazoo or whatever. It was just ritual, but I don't call these real fights, but we would catch the bodies a lot. which if you don't know, if you're uninitiated, it's this very barbaric, like barbaric looking back at it, but motherfuckers will literally just punch each other in the body. Almost like, you know those toys in Toy Story that just like keep punching each other until someone's head goes up? It's kind of like that. We're not really playing a lot of defense. We're just like fucking punching each other as hard as we can in each other's bodies until somebody like taps out. We used to do that a lot. So stupid. So stupid. I did that with my neighbor too. I had a neighborhood friend in high school named TJ. Well, I'm still cool with. I don't talk to him a lot, but I'm still cool with him. Like I could hit him up and he'd hit me back. But I remember we caught the bodies a few times. But yeah, in terms of like serious, I don't like you. I want like, I'm trying to like really beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really have many of those after that. Like bloody knuckles, but with y'all stomach. Yeah, pretty much. Like you'd flex as hard as you can and just, y'all just go at it. Yeah, it's like body blows. Yeah. Cool enough to call him like you did Afro. I could get back to that because we were like really, really, really good friends, but I'm not going to call him for the first time in like 5 years and call him a slur. Like, I'm not going to do that. That'd be a little weird. You'd be a little caught off guard by that. Who would win Dotto or Rhyme? I already told you I'm not going to fucking power scale anybody in squad, bro. He didn't say all of that. He just said call. Yeah, I could call him. I'm not going to right now, but I could. He reached out to me the last time we talked because he was also friends. Like, I would say me and him were probably the closest, but he was also friends with my two brothers as well. So when one of my brothers passed away like 3 years ago, he reached out and we had a little conversation, caught up a little bit. But I think that was the last time we talked. But he's still cool. Who would win at bowling? I'll take myself against it. Like I'm not that good at bowling, but just for the potential of shit talk leading up to a potential squad video in real life at some point, I gotta say I'm the best in squad at bowling, even though I'm probably not. I think Rhyme probably good at bowling. Dotto probably good at bowling. Nano probably good at bowling. Thunder's probably decent at bowling. Sayu's probably all right at bowling. I'm being racist. I'm being racist, guys. You caught me. You got me. I'm being racist. But yeah, I would love to, bro. I just want to like do random shit like that. I want to play with squad. If there's ever another, because I don't know if this is a spoiler. I think they said it. They did do a squad thing. I won't spoil what exactly happened, but I wasn't able to go. This was a while ago now. No videos have come out relating to it, but stay tuned for that. But if you watch those videos and you see that I'm not in them, Rhyme's not in them, we couldn't make it, both for different reasons. And some other people weren't in it either, but I think Moon wasn't in it. Anyway, next time there is a squad get together that I would love to be a part of, I want us to do all the random like games, like bowling. I want us to do fucking cornhole. I want us to do mini golf. I want us to do like IRL, just like games. And then we got to do some basketball. We could just play horse, because I don't know if I don't think anybody in squad has the endurance to keep up with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like a triathlon, but I play enough to like I'll probably wear him down. So we could at least do like just play horse or some shit. Just like all the random sports I want to play. I think that'd be fun. Squad mini golf would be fun as fuck. Squad Wii Sports IRL. Who's the best at volleyball? Again, I'm going to illogically, because I don't know enough about how good squad members are at shit in real life to take them over me in anything, even if they're better. I just like, I don't know yet. You gotta show me. You gotta show me. You gotta show me. Until then, man, I'm the best at all that shit. I heard Dino, Dino, didn't you say you're good at cornhole or some shit? Of course you would be. Shocker. He stays big raises. But didn't you say that you're good at cornhole? Don't lie. You told me. This is real lore. Don't lie. You said you nice at cornhole. People don't know what cornhole is. See, and I don't blame you. I didn't know what cornhole was until I was an adult and I was around some more non-melanated people. Not to say that melanated people can't play cornhole. It's just I didn't know what cornhole was until I was around some other people. Just my experience. It's just my experience. I'm competitive in anything, but this is cornhole. Y'all ever seen this? You have like 2 boards. You throw the bag. If it lands on the board, it's worth 1 point. If it lands in the hole, it's worth 3 points. You're going at the same time as the other team. Like, I know the rules, bro. You're going at the same time as the other team. Like, you guys take turns, you trade, and then you add up the total score on the board to dictate how many points you get. So if I score 3 and you score 1, then that means my team gets 2 points because it goes by like the difference from how much each of us scored. Hey, all I'm saying is, like, y'all notice who's missing in this picture? Like, come on. Like, come on. I'm not crazy, bro. Like, would I even fit in? Would I even fit in this picture? You know what? We don't even have to ask the question. We could figure it out. Let's see if I fit in. Let's see if I fit in. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. Boom. Uh-huh. Give me a second. Uh-huh. Boom. Yep. Boom. Let me just, uh-huh. Give me a second. Uh-huh. Boom. Boom. Like, do I fit in, bro? Like, do I fit in here or what? I don't know what I'm running from. This is just the first picture I found. Hey, see, I fit in. All right. Hey, enough people said that I fit in, bro. I destroyed these motherfuckers in cornhole, bro. Hold up, I got another one. This one's a little embarrassing, but I had this just in case I ever needed it, bro. Don't judge me. Oh, hold up. Oh, I haven't needed this one yet, but I had it just in case, bro. Watch out, kid. I'll handle this. I'll handle this shit. Oh, you got that thing cocked back like the kid in the bathroom? Hey, I'm ready, bro. I'm ready for whatever. I'm ready for whatever. Oh, who needs fucking, bro, who needs AI where you can make thumbnails like this, bro? Like, come on. Come on, bro. Oh my God. Oh shit. I have a lot of random pictures that I've never used. I had them just in case they came up in a thumbnail. That's one of them. I took that shit like 2 years ago. I gotta see the collection. It's too many, bro. There's too many. I'm looking at some of these. It's like, bro, when did I think I was ever gonna use this shit? Oh shit, this shit got me crying, bro. Some of these are so fucking stupid, bro. Oh man. Shit got me in tears. Hey, I got the Vegeta point. Here's the Vegeta point. Yeah, I got the Vegeta point. You know me. I got the Vegeta point, bro. Just in case. Just in case I need it. Just in case, bro. Like, you never know when you need it, bro. I got the atomic blast just in case I need it. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. Well, I do say so myself. I got the hit stance. You know what I'm saying? I'm stanced up. Oh, hold up, not that stance. Oh, you need the other stance. Oh, that's on me, bro. Let me get the other stance. Oh, my fault. That's on me. That's on me. I gotta get the other hit stance too. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh damn, I just played Janemba. Let me get right. Let me get right. I'm telling you, bro, I got this shit just in case, bro. Just in case. You never know, man. You never know. You never know when you might need it. Oh man, you don't understand, man. This YouTube thumbnail shit different. I'm just prepared, bro. Oh man. I don't know about this YouTube thumbnail shit. I think this one ended up getting, or I used some variation of me with the bat. Oh, I thought I was so tough with this fucking bat, bro. I thought I was so tough with this fucking bat. I thought I was so tough with the bat, bro. Like, who does he think he is, bro? Who do you think he is? So tough with the bat, bro. Like, who trying to fuck with me, huh? Who trying to fuck with me? I took a lot of pictures with this fucking bat. I used a couple of those in the Silent Hill playthrough. Some of these, I don't know when I was gonna use this one, bro. I don't know when, I don't know what this one was for, but you just never know, bro. You just never know. You gotta be ready, bro. You gotta stay ready. You don't gotta get ready. You know what I'm saying? This nigga in deep thought, bro. This nigga in deep thought. Oh my god. Oh my god, man. This shit's funny as hell. Oh god. Mudazi just sent me this shit. I'm not gonna post the whole thing, bro, but this was a different time in my life, bro. This is a different time in my life. Hey, that's a guy who's trying to get it out the mud, bro. That's who that is right there, bro. That's the guy trying to get it out the mud. Man. Good times, man. Good times, good times, good times. Good fucking times. I think I've showed this one. You guys have seen this creepy ass face before. Yeah, some of these I genuinely don't know like when I thought I was ever gonna use these, but I had them, bro. I have them just in case, bro. Oh man. Would you ever re-react to your eating like Goku videos? I've done that before. Oh, re-react. So like react to it again. Nah. I mean, yeah, I mean, I might in the future, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm not doing that right now. He's right behind me. Does Sam get pissed? All of your glazers, or does he not care? He does get pissed. He's like, bro, what are these mans talking about, bro? Like, bro, why do they glaze you, bro? I'm like, a lot of times they're not. Like, yeah, sometimes they do glaze. But a lot of times people will just tell the truth and then he gets mad about it and say that they're glazing. Sometimes they are just glazing, let me be clear. But sometimes Sam will do like the most obvious thing ever. That's like I'll even tell him after the recording, I'm like, yeah, people probably not gonna like that you did this part right here or whatever. It's like, bro, it's fine, whatever. So sometimes it's valid, but I don't know. Yeah, it bothers him sometimes. How much weight did you lose during your juice cleanse? I don't remember. I wasn't keeping heavily keeping track. I want to say maybe like 20, 30 pounds or some shit. Probably like 20 pounds. Something like that. How do you feel about Dragon Ball Legends? That's cool. It's not for me. Not for me though. SMF outnumbering DDRs these days? There's no such thing as SMF. There's Legion of Power. That's it. Any other old stories? I have plenty, bro, but as they say, that's a story for another day, because ladies and fellas, man, it was a short little 2-hour stream. I just want to check in with y'all. I didn't have too many plans. You know, had a birthday today. I just want to hang out for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I'm not playing no game today. I was just, yeah, no game today. I'm trying to like get some good sleep. I gotta go, you know, go hoop tomorrow. This was a short itty bitty. This was a good one. I had fun during this little 2-hour stream, you know. This was a strict just chatting stream, bro. That's where I think I'm going to say goodbye. Bought up? I'll put it up. Download FF14 before you get off. Let's lock in. Hi shit. Hey y'all. Appreciate y'all stopping by. I'm gonna send y'all over to Moon, and y'all have a blessed night. Take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, eat healthy, and shit, I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I'm gonna untime out Afro right after this, probably. I gotta remod Dino and Afro now. Anyway, y'all go over to Moon, drop in dick off over there. You guys, whether you want to be or not, are the dick that is getting dropped off. Y'all enjoy, have a blessed night, and have fun.
Gon' tell on me. If I steal your company, is you gon' tell on me?